She is a best-selling author. New book is Why. The Why is Everything. I cannot wait to get a signed copy. Michael Silver back on the show. Congratulations.
Thank you. It's hard to follow David. What a cool story. The scout background. I didn't know any of that. So thank you for doing all that good journalism for me.
Maybe you'll write a book. You know me, capital J always. Your new book, because you are a real journalist, you examined the fun bunch. That's Shanny, his disciples, LaFleur, McVay. You got Mike McDaniel, Raheem Morris. Do you think that these guys have a group chat and talk regularly? And tell us what you learned.
I don't think there's a group chat because I think with Kyle and Sean, it is so heated, and that's partly circumstance, right? They're in the same division. They play twice a year. They're competing for supremacy in the NFC and in football. There's a chapter in their K called Enemy Friends. That's a quote from Raheem Morris, their mutual friend. And, so there are definitely chats. I've thought about doing one with all five of them and me, just to see who I could trigger the most, but I have not done that yet. I'm not bold enough.
Have you heard from them? Are they happy with you, or some of them annoyed with you? Like, how does it go?
It's a great question. I haven't heard from any of them yet, but I think it's a function of them being in season, and you know how they are. Like, Kyle's on a short week this week, so we said hi at a press conference yesterday, but they do grind. So I would listen. It's almost all on tape. From them to me, like, I would imagine that it's all going to be fine.
I don't know. I don't know. I look at some of these guys and I would be nervous to write about them because I think that there are some sensitivities here.
Yeah, I mean, there's stuff in there that they're not going to like, some of them, but listen, it's the truth. And the general thesis of the book is that they are reinventing football collectively and individually. They have a different mindset that has previously existed that is taking over the league, and you see it. You see all the tentacles. Kevin O'Connell in Minnesota. Yeah. You saw the Saints' hot start with young Kubiak. Obviously, Bobby Slowick and D'Amico in Houston last year. It's not all perfect, as Mike McDaniel is finding out this year, but you see the impact everywhere.
It's The Why is Everything, and you guys can pick it up. It's a great gift. Of course, the holidays are coming. Guys, I cannot wait to read it. I kind of want to know, what is the one thread that connects all of them? Maybe it's a quality. What quality connects all of them?
Yeah, well, I mean, they all worked for Mike Shanahan, so there's a heavy level of detail, like an excruciating detail that's laid out. But I would say the quality is willingness to innovate on the fly, to throw out everything that previously existed and deconstruct, and having the boldness to say, we don't care what came before, we don't care what our current system is, we'll break it all down and reinvent it if we have to. That's what they did in 2012 with RG3, running everything out of the pistol when they were all on that Washington staff. And, they want to, there's a purpose behind everything they do. Yeah. And unlike so many coaches for so many years, they want their players to know the purpose too. Most coaches are like, don't ask why. Like, it's just do what we say. These guys want to be able to tell their players, this is the reason we're telling you to do this, always.
I want you to send a copy to Bill, and all I want is to watch him read it.
Oh, yeah.
I just think he'll have a lot. Bill Belichick needs to review this book.
He's in there, obviously, and there's a great moment. So the book starts, the introduction is Kyle in the press box as the Falcons offensive coordinator during Super Bowl 51, and we get into his head. But then later in the book, when we get back there, the game ends, and Kyle's obviously devastated. He's going to take over as coach of the 49ers, gets a text from Bill, and he says, hey, he doesn't really know Bill, and Bill says, great game plan, and blank you, because now everybody's going to use that stuff against me. Kyle had cracked the code and figured out a way to exploit Bill's defense, and that's kind of how their weird bromance was born.
Yeah, and yet somehow Bill didn't join the staff. I thought that maybe that he would put it to...
Bill's not a join the staff guy.
No, I know. I want Bill to be a go take over the Jets guy, no?
I mean, someone's going to really want Bill to take over their team, and they're going to get one of the greatest coaches in history. So he's not. This book's not about him, but he's everywhere.
We have I want one last one for you. I'm not going to ask you about the Niners. We can't figure them out. But the Saleh thing, obviously, it ties into the coaching. There's a lot of connections to him. What did you make of that? What do you think is the most important thing to consider as we go forward?
Well, quarterbacks matter, right? Mm-hmm. And he went all in on Aaron Rodgers after the Zach Wilson debacle. He got hurt. He's easing his way back in. Look at Mike McDaniel. Last year, he dropped 70 and took knees during the game while resurrecting Tua. This year, they don't have it figured out. He's going to have to innovate on the fly. That's what these guys do. Mike Silver, you owe me a pizza, you owe me a beer, and you owe me a book. The Why is everything. Guys, go pick it up. My favorite is Revolution, a story of football rivalry and a revolution. Mike Silver, we love you. We'll see you tomorrow. I don't know why everyone calls you Mike Silver. I'm glad you went with Michael. You're a grown-up. I love you. Bye.